Hello, Lala the Shrinking Lady here, and this is It's a Berry-Full Life. For our first cooking segment, this is our maiden voyage, we are going to be doing pad thai spaghetti squash. We start with spaghetti squash. You're going to cut your spaghetti squash, and I did not do a good job halving mine, but typically it would be cut in half. And you're going to brush each half with a tablespoon of olive oil and sprinkle to basically to taste up to 1 tablespoon of Mrs. Dash table blend. I try to do all of my cooking salt-free because it's better for you. Now your squash, that's going to go in an oven 400 degrees for 40 to 45 minutes. While that's cooking, you begin to prep the rest of your pad thai ingredients. Now in here, I've got a cup of each. Diced onions, chopped scallion, and diced red peppers. My mistake, these are not scallion, these are cucumbers. Diced onions, diced cucumbers, and diced red peppers. Those will be the body of your vegetables after you take your spaghetti squash out and pull it with a fork. Then you'll add this for the crunch and for the vegetables. Some people add them completely room temperature and raw. I like to do a soft saute of mine just to sweat it out a little, brings out a little flavor, and just takes that raw crunchiness away. So that's the vegetable blend that you're going to use. Now for your pad thai sauce, that's going to be composed of a half a cup of warm water, 3 tablespoons of a low sodium soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of sesame oil, 2 tablespoons of blue agave, 2 tablespoons of lime juice, fresh or bottled, I prefer fresh. 1 tablespoon of sriracha, I like hot stuff. So if you're not a fan of hot stuff, you can use a sweet chili sauce. G. Hughes makes a really good sugar-free sweet chili sauce, or you can just omit the sriracha altogether. You add to that a half a cup of peanut butter. I prefer to use the PB2 powder mix. The PB2 Fit powder has 12 grams of protein per packet. So what you can do is that you can either add the powder raw, or you can mix the powder into the peanut butter consistency and then add your half a cup. It also takes 1 tablespoon of ginger and 1 tablespoon of garlic, and you stir until it is this consistency. Also in the ingredient mix is going to be the green onions. There's the green onions, 1 cup, and a half a cup of cilantro. Also going to add 1 cup of peanuts. So again, for all your vegetables, 1 cup of each: cucumbers, carrots, red bell pepper, onions, peanuts, green onions, and your green onions gets mixed with your half a cup of cilantro. Immediate serving would be to cover your vegetable blend here and your sauce. Toss with the spaghetti squash. Return it. You're going to save your shells, and you're going to return your servings half into each shell and serve that way. Or you can do what I'm going to do, which is do a soft saute, sweat it out a little bit, adding your sauce to it. The other reason I'm sauteing mine is because of the fact that I refrigerated my ingredients. So I want my sauce to warm up as well. So as you can see, we've got our oven preheated to 400. Pop that open. Put your squash in and set your timer for 40 minutes. And let that cook. So with the last 15 minutes of our spaghetti squash finishing its cooking, we're going to get our skillet ready, and I've already got it on simmer. Just giving it a quick spray of some olive oil, cooking spray, and then we're going to get our vegetables sweated out and simmering. second while I get a spatula that I forgot. First video, there will be errors. So we're going to get our vegetables simmering. I'm going to keep them on simmer. And then we're going to go ahead and add our sauce. So we've added our pad thai peanut sauce to our vegetables. I'm just going to get that stirred and mixed up. Get everybody happy. We're going to turn our skillet up to about 325. Get the heat going and get everything dispersed. Had a cucumber try to escape, but I caught him. No saving you tonight. You will be eaten. And we see it start to bubble. And that's the sign we're looking for, is the bubbling of the sauce. You can hear it a little bit. And that's when we're going to turn it back down to 225 or on simmer. Cover, and we'll let that simmer while stirring occasionally for the next 10 minutes. When we come back, our squash will be out. We will be shredding the squash, and then we're going to put this dish together. And we're back. 40 minutes has finished. You hear the oven singing, and look at my squash. It shreds beautifully. See if I can get a better angle on this bad boy. There we are. Look at that squash. It shreds beautifully. And we're back. That's our butter melting down, and we're going to go ahead and add, not those babies, look real. I'm going to go ahead and add our vegan shrimp. I'm going to turn him down. And turn it down to a lower simmer. I'm going to get this tossed. Because I defrosted them already, they really don't need that much of cook time. And then we're going to use the Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. So basically it's basically it's butter garlic shrimp. And I'm heavy-handed with my seasoning because I like a lot of flavor. I'm going to use our spatula. Get these tossed. Flip over so anyone who's missing any seasoning can be in attendance for the seasoning party. I see some. We're going to season once again. Going to turn our heat back up. And then we're going to cover. Let them saute. And we'll do so for 3 to 5 minutes. Quick peek. Really 3 minutes, that's all it needs. Remember, these are not real shrimp, so you can overcook them easily. 3 minutes total, that's the front and back side, once we have completely seasoned. Because they will stick, as you can see, and they can burn. And we're back. As you can can see you've gotten good cooling. Now this one is already shredded up, so I'm going to show you how to shred your spaghetti squash. It's not a hard process. Just simply take your fork and pull it from the sides. The fork is what shreds it. And it gives you that beautiful noodle consistency. And as it shreds, this is why I like the fact that I have one half that's smaller than the other, because you can take it out and spread it to the next one. Look at that lovely pull. It's making a mess right now. But then you have space to continue to shred. And you want to be careful to not shred through your shell. There's a reason that we're saving this shell. So what we're going to do now, pull our sauce to us. We're going to put our noodles and our sauce. Put our spaghetti squash noodle in the sauce. You guys too, told you no one's being saved today. It's all getting eat. Look at that. Now, any leftover can just kind of hang out, except for that which is on the plate. As I said, no saving it today. It's all going down, folks. You're going to take the tongs and you're going to start to toss it in your pad thai peanut butter sauce. That's what the name of that sauce is. Pad thai peanut butter sauce. And as you toss it, you want to make sure everything gets good and coated. Until it's all covered. Once everything is covered, you then can take your peanuts, half a cup at a time, and toss through so you get a nice warm peanutty crunch. Didn't I say nobody's being saved? It keeps trying to jump out the bowl, folks. I can hardly talk, I'm salivating. I want it. The rest in, you're going to take your tongs and continue to kind of stir / fold your peanuts in. You can do this one of two ways. Again, you can do this if you have chopped and prepped everything to be cooked the same day. Once you put your squash in the oven, you can chop up your vegetables and then have your vegetables chopped. And once your squash comes out, shred immediately. Toss your vegetables raw and crunchy in your sauce and then plate up. I like mine a little more cooked, a little more warmed, and I did my prep the day before. So this is how we're going to plate this. Save your shell. Put everybody back in your shell. Just like that. And then we're going to add a few vegan prawn because I like them. And there we go. Ah, I tell you, they keep trying to dive off, but there's no saving it today. So there we have it, folks. I survived my first cooking video. If you have enjoyed yourself, please like and subscribe and share. This is Lala, the Shrinking Lady for Lala Shrinks, introducing you to the Bari-Fabulous Life.